Hey guys, welcome back to Essentially Jessi. Today we're going to talk about the House of Siage. I'm super excited about trying these out with you guys and seeing which ones we like and which ones we may not. So let's get to it. So today we're going to talk about House of Siage. These are the cutest fragrances ever. They are all in these little cupcake bottles and I really want one, but I wasn't sure which one I wanted. So I thought, I got on their website and I found the little sample kits. I'm not even sure what this is called. This is called, these are just their signature, these are their signature fragrances. So they come in different bottles. So they have very extravagant bottles that are upwards of $1,200 each, but then they also have these same fragrances in less extravagant bottles, but still in the cute cupcake for much less money. And right now they have sales going on. I believe one of their fragrances is even half off. So go check out their website. So it comes in this white box and it pulls out like this and you get all these great samples and they're pretty good sized samples too. I just love the packaging, the way they have this, and it comes with a lot of different fragrances. So this is a great way to try out fragrances before you bite the bullet and spend a lot of money, because right now I know that they don't sell these in all retailers. Honestly, I bought these from the House of Siage website. So I'm guessing Neiman's and Nordstrom probably carries these, but I'm not sure what other retailers would carry them because they are more high end. So let's get into the fragrances. The first one I'm going to spray, and I had to make little cards because there's so many of them. So this one is called Benevolence, and I'll just spray the card. This one is beautiful. It is a sweet white floral. The juice is more of a orangey color. The top is bitter almond, which typically I'm not a big almond fan, but in this fragrance, it really works. It also starts off with bergamot and dries down to lavender, orange blossom, jasmine. And then the base note is the sugar, the musk, and the vanilla. And that is what is good stuff. I really enjoy this fragrance. I've been trying it out. I've been trying these out for a few weeks now, just seeing which ones I like the best and which ones I might not want to spend my money on getting a full-size bottle. This was released in 2012. I believe most of these were released in 2012. And the perfumer who created this also created some Bond No. 9s. I believe he created maybe even 4 of these fragrances, but this is a lovely fragrance. And like I said, it dries down to a vanilla, musky, sugary, sweet scent. So kind of like caramel or something. Caramel's not listed in the notes, but that's almost what it reminds me of. So that's the first one. And then is Holiday. So whenever I saw this one, I pulled it out of the box and I said Holiday. And I'm thinking in my mind, beach holiday. I'm thinking vacation holiday. That is not what this is. So I was confused at first, but I do love this scent. So this is very hard if I'm going to pick one of these to buy, because I really want one of the cute little cupcakes. This is a really pretty scent. I've even written on the back. That's how much, how excited I was about it. So this was released in 2012. Mark Buxton, who also I think made up to 7 of the House of Siage fragrances, created this one. He also created some by Burberry. He created some Cartier scents, some Comme des Garçons, some Givenchy, Le Labo. He's created a lot of fragrances, and this one is really cool. So when I first smelled it, I thought, what am I even smelling here? There's a lot of different things going on. So it's classified as like a citrus, fruity, woodsy fragrance, but it also has rose and is a little bit floral. So the top notes are peach, which I don't know that I get a ton of, but once you know that it's fruity, then you kind of pick up more on the peach. Peach, blood orange, and mandarin orange. In the mid, it's rose and Egyptian jasmine. And then the base is vetiver and cedar. And I think that's what makes this fragrance very unisex. I feel like this could be worn on a man or a woman. This would be a great fragrance for like the office or work, anything daytime related, but it's more like a Christmas holiday. And that vetiver and cedar in the dry down really makes me think of snow. I don't know, just snow in the winter in the forest. It's beautiful. This is just such a hard, different choices. These are hard choices. It kind of reminds me of a fireplace in the dry down, and the citrus reminds me of a summer holiday vacation holiday. But then the dry down is obviously more of a winter holiday. So I'm loving this one. And it's just beautiful, it's holiday. So next we're gonna talk about Emerald Rain. This one is in a green bottle, I believe. That would make sense, right? Okay, this one is really different than the first two. So Benevolence and Holiday are more office appropriate. This is definitely leaning more date night appropriate. So this was created in 2012 by Mark Buxton. It is a warm, spicy, balsamic. It almost gives me Tom Ford vibes, just a little bit. It's just darker. It really is. The top notes are fruit. The middle note is nutmeg, coriander, and cardamom. That is a lot going on. And then the base, the dry down is sandalwood and benzoin. This is a very interesting fragrance. This is probably not my favorite. I would never blind buy this fragrance, so do not blind buy Emerald Rain. I feel like it's pretty unisex. A man could definitely pull this off for sure. So don't blind buy it. It's sophisticated, it's sexy. It's definitely leaning more towards nighttime, date night, winter maybe. It's a great fragrance. It's just, there may be too much going on this one for me. Next up, we have Love is in the Air. This is also one that I really enjoyed sampling. So again, this is the best way if you're going to bite the bullet and spend some money on a fragrance, but you're just not sure. Please see if they have discovery sets or kits or anything like that where you can sample it out and then decide, okay, I really do love this fragrance. So this is Love is in the Air, and this is a really light, I feel like Love is in the Air really kind of captures it. It's more of a lighter fragrance. This one doesn't have the greatest longevity. I would probably say maybe 4 to 5 hours on the longevity. It's citrusy, woody, sweet. It does have floral notes and rose in it. The top notes are orange, green notes, plum, and citrus. I really do pick up the plum on the opening. Then it dries down more to the middle notes, which are cedar, jasmine, and rose. And then the base is musk and patchouli. So there is some patchouli in here. I don't get a ton of patchouli. It's really well blended. So if you don't like patchouli fragrances, I wouldn't steer clear of this one just because it has patchouli in the dry down, because I don't really get the patchouli. It does kind of remind me, it's a fresh, clean scent. This could smell almost like, I don't know, laundry detergent, but in a really fabulous way. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's a very clean scent. And it's fresh and clean, a little bit powdery. The projection's great, but like I said, the longevity is not that great on this one, but this does really smell great. The next fragrance we have is Passion de l'Amour. This one, yes, I love it. I'm having to use these cards because there's just so much information. So this one was created in 2014, and this one is a beautiful yellow, almost ombre looking cupcake that goes into green. It's beautiful. So this is a gourmand. It's fruity, sweet, vanilla. It has some oud in it, so it has a little punch to it, but it's good. It's warm and spicy. So in the top notes are saffron and raspberry. The heart note is caramel and amorous oil. I really get the caramel fragrance in here. And then in the base is the oud, and I get the oud in the dry down. It's really nice. Anyway, it starts gourmand, but then turns more mysterious. It almost turns vanilla. I feel like there's some vanilla in there, even though it's not listed in the notes of the fragrance. The website lists this as a tropical night on the South Pacific, and I feel like that's a great description for this fragrance because it is a little bit salty and sweet, but then it dries down to the oud. This is part of the signature collection, and the longevity on this is great. So I really love the Passion de l'Amour. The next one up is Cherry Garden. So this one kind of reminds me of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry a little bit. It definitely has an overdose of cherry. Cherry, cherry, and more cherry. This also has almond in it. It's a floral, fruity, almond, vanilla, and it's a little bit powdery, but not very powdery. I'm not crazy about powdery scents typically, and the powder in this doesn't bother me that much. So the top notes are almond and bergamot And then the middle notes are rose, jasmine, cherry blossom. And the base is heliotrope and musk and sandalwood. I think there's some sandalwood in here. I really like this one, but it's not my favorite because I'm just not a huge almond fan. And the almond in the opening is really strong. And it reminds me of like cherry blossoms or something. I don't know. It's a beautiful scent, but you've got to like cherries and you've got to like almond. The longevity on this isn't super great either, so probably not purchasing Cherry Garden. The next one we have is Chevaux D'or. This one came out in 2015, and it is fruity, sweet, rose, floral, vanilla, balsamic, oriental floral. Right off the bat, you get a good dose of strawberries, which is kind of nice. It's kind of like summer or something. So it's strawberries and magnolia in the top notes. Then it dries down to black and Turkish rose. So it is a really nice rose scent. And then the base is vanilla and sandalwood. I would say that this is a little bit more mature fragrance. I do like it. Decisions. It's a very elegant floral, and something in it reminds me, probably the rose, reminds me of Delina by Parfums de Marly. So this is a beautiful fragrance, but like I said, it may be a little bit too powdery for me as an oriental floral. So it's a great rose fragrance. If you are into rose fragrances, this is definitely one to check out. So the next fragrance we're going to talk about is Nue Moi. This one is a much darker, and it's in a beautiful black bottle cupcake. This one is much darker, and so the black bottle is very fitting. This was also created by Mark Buxton in 2012. Is when it was released. It's a warm, spicy patchouli. I definitely get the patchouli in this one. Rose, woody fragrance. Again, this could also be unisex, I really think. In the top notes, it's pink peppercorn and then cardamom oil. I love the pepper and the cardamom together, but it is a spicy, again, this is leaning more smoky spicy to me. Then in the heart notes, it has Bulgarian rose and jasmine. I definitely get the rose. And the base is the patchouli and musk. So this is a bold fragrance to come out of a cupcake. The longevity is great. The Siage is great. The projection is it's really, well, I feel like this is definitely more of a date night scent, or probably not office daytime appropriate, like an elegant event, something like that. Again, I really feel like this is unisex. It's definitely a warm, spicy. I definitely get the peppers right off the bat, and the rose helps soften it. So that's what I do like, that it has rose in it, because I feel like that makes it more fluid or warm and creamy. So this is a nice one, but I don't think this is the one that I will be choosing. And next to last, we have Tiara. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is a floral for sure, with some vanilla. It was created in 2011, and it's rosy, powdery, musky dry down. It really is beautiful, but it starts off with tangerine and cinnamon, which I think makes it really interesting. This is one that when I was wearing them, I would spray a few of them on my arm and just kind of keep going back to it. I kept going back to this one. This is a beautiful scent. It's just so interesting, starting off with tangerine and cinnamon. Then the heart is rose, peony, and probably some cedar in here somewhere. And then the base note is vanilla, musk, and I get some amber too. It's beautiful. I love this. I think that it's feminine and flirty. I think that it's, I think this could be the one. I don't know. There's 2 or 3 here that I just really love and would love to get my hands on a full bottle. This almost reminds me of vanilla ice cream with some flowers of some sort. I know that sounds strange, but it is just more vanilla, and it is very creamy, and I do really like Tiara by House of Siage. And the last fragrance we're gonna try is Oat Bijou, and this one is really cool. Also, I like too many of them. I think that's my problem. So this one is fruity, tropical, powdery, woodsy, floral. And it really is good, like really good. So this one is definitely, I get summer vibes here. So there's grapefruit, mango, and blackcurrant in the top notes, iris in the heart notes, and then heliotrope and amber in the base notes. but I swear there's coconut in this fragrance. It just reminds me coconut, pineapple, summertime, Hawaii, the beach. Like this is giving me all kinds of summer vacation vibes for sure. The really decadent cupcake has a sea turtle on it, and it's just beautiful, and it's sweet and tropical. I get cedar and vanilla in here, I think. Anyway, it's a sweet white floral. Oh, I just like it. There's just too many to choose from, but I will choose one for now, I think. So anyway, this is really exciting. I love House of Siage, and the best thing about all of this is that right now they're having a sale. So go on their website and check that out. This has been so fun trying out all these samples for all this time, but now I have to pick just one, and I think I'm going to pick Benevolence. I really, really like it. And the cupcake's beautiful too. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and also hit that little notification bell to be notified of all future videos. See you next time.